Hello, this is Museum Studies, and I am Dr. Kirsten James Dunn, who will be guiding you through this course. All right, there we are. That's where we want to be. This is the landing page for Museum Studies, and today I want to walk us through navigating the space at MyHeritage. Now, most of you at this point are veterans, if you will, of the MyHeritage space and place. But let's go through in any case. All right. So during the first unit, one of the assignments, and this is your first one basically, is the navigation exam. So let me find my way to a preview version of the test. Let's walk through this preview version of the exam. This way you get instruction on completing the exam while you get to review how to find things in our course pages at our course site. All right. So the first question we have is that students need to have access to a laptop or desktop computer in order to complete this course. This is true. The answer to that is true. You do need a laptop or desktop. Your phone or tablet will not be enough to successfully complete this course. Okay, so that is true. And then the next one, students will find the navigational panel in blue letters with gray background on the left side of the screen. So if you're on a laptop or a desktop, you're going to see something similar to what I'm viewing right now. If you're on a tablet or a phone, it will look different. So that's the first thing to know. Uh, you should see in this space, if you're on a laptop or a desktop, on the left, there's this navigational panel with blueprint and a gray background, or I guess you could call it taupe or khaki, depending. Then on the right, we have student resources. Now, these office hours will be changing probably. But by the time you're seeing this, when you start the course, all that information will be updated. And additionally, all students do need to take this proficiency review. We'll be doing it class in any case. It's very important because I personally believe online proficiency is important for all we do. But in our course, we do quite a bit of technology, quite a bit. We're going to be working on a database, among other things. So we really need to have an understanding at the start of if there are any tutorial sessions needed for the technology sessions that we're going to be doing. Uh, so this course is still under construction, but you'll notice on the landing page, we've got that graphic, and if you scroll down, there are announcements. Fresh information will be placed here. You do need to check it routinely, just as you need to routinely check your email and routinely check your assignments. Make sure that you're up to date with everything. Okay. Students will find the navigational panel in blue letters on gray background. That's true. Again, navigational panel. All right. Um, You'll see a pattern too as we take this exam together. Select Course Overview on the navigational panel menu to find the landing page for this course. The landing page has a large graphic on it and also features student resources on the right side. Well, we're already there. But let's say we were back in assignments and we were looking our assignments up and down. Your assignment page will look slightly different than this. Let's say I was on assignments and I wanted to go back to the landing page, and the course overview and resources is synonymous with landing page. All right. Answer to that is indeed true. Yes. Um, Syllabus selection on the left side navigational panel is where one finds the course syllabus. The syllabus contains important course information and should be read by students by the end of the first week of classes. This is true. So when you look here, you see their syllabus there. Now our syllabus is still in construction, but it won't be by the time you arrive. That said, I often allow an opportunity to change as we go through, uh, just because things change. Students have different needs. The course requires good things. The projects take more time. We are project force focused and oriented course. Under the downloadable version, you'll see that you could also download this as a Word document. So let me go ahead. Oh, okay. And then you can open that version of this. Yeah. And see all of the graphics and information. It may look slightly different than that because we're changing how we're approaching this. So that version is going to look a lot more like this, a simplified general schedule with the specifics more along the lines of being included in the units. Um, Again, here, when we look through this, we've got assignments, we've got instructions and resources. We've got all term, the symposia schedule in Maryhill, and then we have 5 units, actually 6 units altogether there. Um, I take all of that back. Sorry. We have 8 units altogether there. Oh, right. Wake up. It's the afternoon where I am here and now. Time to wake up. All right. So we have 8 units altogether. First one is in our introductions and foundations. The next is focusing on museum collections and management, followed by museums in practice. And we have our first symposium in Unit 4 in March, followed by our second symposium in Unit 5, third symposium in Unit 6, and in Unit 7 4. Then we have a week of conclusion. Now, I have already begun placing everyone in a unit. Each of you will be focusing on particular campus feature. One, for example, is the labyrinth, and there will be students focusing on that. But we'll get into that at a different stage. This is primarily just so you can find your way around the course. That is what we're doing at the moment. And so on the left side navigational panel, Meet Your Instructor selection takes you to information about the course instructor. Let's go do that. Let's, in fact, need to scroll up, I think, to do that. Meet Your Instructor. Right, so then you'll see me. My educational background is here in research. It has my office hours, which will be defined differently by the time you see this again. We have the Zoom link to my virtual office. I do not do in-person office appointments. I do virtual ones. So as for educational background, I have a BA in liberal arts from the Evergreen State College. I have a master's of education in adult education from Heritage. I have an MA ABT in professional development in English, also from Heritage. I have a certification in documentary film production from the University of Manchester in the UK. I have an MA in museology in heritage studies, University of Manchester, United Kingdom. And I have a PhD in museology research methods, specifically Indigenous research methodologies, from the University of Leicester in the United Kingdom. I have a research and teaching experience at the following places: Central Washington University, Heritage University, yes, the Evergreen State College, University of Manchester, University of Leicester, British Museum London, British Library London, Royal College of Surgeons London, Symposia at Cambridge University, Pitt Rivers Museum, Oxford University, the Royal Anthropological Institute of London, American Indigenous Research Association, and of course, like I said previously, here at Heritage. So, all right. You can always find out how to contact me via this information here, uh, Dunn_K@heritage.edu. All right. So going back to our exam, the answer is true. Again, seeing a pattern here. On the left side navigational panel, Meet Your Classmates selection takes students to a list of everyone participating in the course. From this page, it is possible to email any course participants. All right, so let's move on to Meet Your Classmates and see here we've got everybody at the moment. That's not very many, but there will be more of us by the start of term. At the moment, let's say you went to this and you just wanted to email me. You could, oops, you could select the box. There, select the box, open the email, and it is like an ordinary email. You have a subject line, you have content. Then you would press send, and I would get your email. Let me back up here. If there are more of us, you press this top button, then you select everyone. And if you open an email, it would go to everyone. Same process, or similar process. Okay, let's go back to our exam, and this is true. On the left side navigational panel, the assignments selection is available, and it's critically important that students check assignments each day and complete any assignments that are due. You do not have daily assignments in this course, but I think it's a good idea just to check to make sure that you know when the due date is. So here we have, for example, everything is due in this unit on the 28th of January. This one needs to be visible for me to note. And you'll note that most of the time that's a Sunday at 11:30 p.m. when we have a due date. Okay, so we've for Unit 1, we've got this navigational exam that we're working on. We've got the symposia team meeting individual report. This is something we do in class. We'll be getting together to actually meet in class. And then we have the Unit 1 exam. I want to remind everybody that another thing that we need to check while we're in our units, I'm over at Unit 1 now, is that I state where we're meeting each time. So on campus for the most part, but occasionally there'll be an online session, and I'll have a reason for that. It will either be having an online lecture guest, or there'll be something that I think is more easily visualized by everybody and participated in online. So keep attention to that. I will, of course, remind students, but it's good to keep attention. Right. So let's go back to our discussion here. So what we were just looking at is assignments. And yes, we know that they are available in the assignments menu, and we need to check that's true. The professor does not accept late work under any circumstances for this course, and all work is due for completion by the last day of classes, no exceptions. If you ever see anything that's due in this course after the last day of classes, then that's a misprint. But it's just a rule I have, and it's good to know it from the beginning. The last day I will accept work is the last day of classes, not the last day of finals, the last day of classes, which in this case, I believe, is the 3rd of May. Let's go back to assignments and double check that. For future courses, don't pay attention to the day. That would change overall. Just keep in mind, I only accept work by the last day of classes. So in this case, specifically for spring 2024, we've got the 3rd of May, but that would be changing if, say, it's spring 2025, for example. But right now, we're still just talking about spring 2024. And the 3rd of May is our last day that I'll be accepting work, period, for this course. All right. I cannot be clearer than that. That is true. Okay. Students are able to see their grades and gradebook status throughout the course. Yes, yeah, you should be able to see that throughout the course. If you have any questions about it, feel free to email me. In fact, if you have any questions about the course in general, please email me. On the left side navigational panel, the instructions selection contains handouts and links to critically important assignment completion information. And this is true. Let's go over to instructions. You see, this says instructions and resources for assignments. If the word instructions is starting that, which it is, then this is the place to look. There's not a lot yet to see here, except I've got the key elements of course success listed, but I will have handouts listed for instructions about the assignments and specific rubrics, for example, so that you know what I'm looking for in successful completion. It will be there. And at the moment, though, you'll know where to find it. So the answer to that is true. On the left side navigational panel, there are also units listed. These units consist of content information essential to the successful completion of the course. They include readings, handouts, video lectures, supplemental videos, etc. The unit content forms the basis of the completion of assignments and exam, and this is true. This is absolutely true. So let's go look at that. We were looking at it before. Let's look again. This is Unit 1, for example. Move over here. What do you see in Unit 1? Well, first of all, there's our overview section. And I have it listed there, but I just finished an overview video, so I'll be uploading that. And it's the overview is actually it's an introduction, but it's also a review simultaneously. We discuss all of this in our class meetings, but you might forget something, and an overview can be very useful, an overview review. Um, okay, so let's look at this a little more closely, though. We have where we're going to be on Monday and Wednesday of week 1, where we're going to be on Monday and Wednesday of week 2. This unit contains 2 weeks, weeks 1 and 2. We have the course content, um, including the introduction, a little bit of history, museum types and functions, and museums and society. We have our to-do list over here, including readings that are not available in handouts. We have readings available in handouts as well. We have our symposia assignments, timelines, lots of videos. If there's a video in the unit, you're meant to watch it. We will try to watch some of them during course time. Consider them homework. Consider them like your readings. We don't have a course text. There are many readings and there are many videos, and there is content in the course itself. You're meant to be acquainted with all of the information provided in each unit because you're going to be tested on it. And it is content that I think is important if you're going to understand museology. All right, let's look at this. Yes, finally, students may email the professor with any questions about course completion, content, and assignments. They may also attend office hours with the professor online. The time of the office hours and the link to those sessions is available under student resources on the landing page, under Meet Your Instructor on the navigational panel, and in the course syllabus. And all that is also true. Okay. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I am quite aware that it isn't that easy to get through a video like this. It's not the most exciting or riveting video. And indeed, the overviews tend to be a little bit long, 20 to 30 minutes. So consider the time that you might need to prepare and do well in the course. There's quite a bit that we do in our class time. You will have to budget a little bit of time outside of class to work with others, to do your homework, to accomplish this test, to take the exams. Oh, I'm so excited though. I am so excited that we're going to be talking about museology. And I look forward to sharing those discussions with you. Stay safe, be well, and I'll see you soon.